Hey, welcome back. This is episode 3, MTV Tress of the beach cleanup series, where you're going to see me sloppily and lazily pick up garbage that we've been leaving behind on our great blue pearl. That's what they call it, right? The blue marble or something? Carl Sagan said that once, I think. Right? I don't know. That guy, I love that guy's voice. I watched Cosmos, like I think it was like a series in the 80s, and he just has a nice, soothing voice. He just seemed chill. Uh, yeah. Today's episode is beach cleanup. Now, you will see a fat little Mexican boy clean up remnants of plastic. That was a terrible impression, but yeah, it's been a minute. I've been meaning to do an episode. I think it's just I was pretty busy and also lazy. That's just the truth. Pretty busy and lazy, but more lazy if I'm being honest. All I have to do, because these episodes, what you're seeing now has been recorded. I'd say like over a month ago. But next weekend, I believe, is I'm gonna get back into cleaning up the beach. It's just maybe even this weekend. Honestly, I do have the extra day off because 4th of July, popping fireworks and bottles and stuff. Go America! We're getting our rights stripped left and right. If you had Medicare, if you had affordable health care, guess what? That's it's getting fucked, and you should be okay with that because that's what people voted for. So we're Irma, yeah. But I do have a small update regarding what I did since I guess I last uploaded one. I know the last episode I was talking about going to Yosemite, and that actually happened. And I actually climbed the Half Dome. I will post a picture for proof. Bing! There it is, right there. Boom, in your face. I actually did that. Pretty difficult, actually. If I'm being honest, if you were to teleport me in front of the Half Dome, that part wasn't really the hardest. Climbing Half Dome was a bit easier than it looks. The Subdome is what fucking killed me. Like what happens right before the Half Dome, that shit is really hard. Because Half Dome, you're kind of using your upper body strength as well. You're kind of hoisting yourself up with the cables. So that helped a lot with like relieving so much of the pressure on like my legs. But the steps to get there are like steep and just, man, I'm glad I watched videos before I did the Half Dome hike because I knew it was like really difficult. And a lot of the tips were just like be hydrated, of course, start early. I had no idea. Like I started at 3 a.m. and that was actually like perfect because I injured myself on the way down, I guess, from Half Dome. Uh, my knee just gave out. Like my left knee just, I don't know. I'm sure I strained something, but anytime I tried descending, like any declines or going down steps, like it felt like it was like 2 centimeters away from like bursting into just goop. And I'd have to call like a ranger and cry and be like, please, please helicopter me out of here. It felt terrible. But yeah, and the shitty thing was like what was supposed to be the easy part of the hike, the way back to your car or whatever, became like suddenly the most challenging part. Like I spent more time on the return than getting to the Half Dome. Like the second half of the hike was just brutal for me, which should have been like honestly like easy peasy, lemon easy, Japanesey, lemon squeezy, but it became difficult lemon squeezy. And you thug it out. I cried in my sleep. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like if I would have cried, I would have been honest about it. Like I have cried before for like movies and stuff, so like I don't have any shame in it being like, yeah, the pain was too hard. But I don't know, I was just more so you're so exhausted, you just want to like go home, you just want to get it over with. So I didn't really get to enjoy the scenery on the way back. I was just like really annoyed at the situation of like having to walk at a snail's pace and watching these like kids. That's the worst when you see like a fucking 5 year old like sprint right past you. It's like, damn, I can't do that. I wish I could, but I'm like, it was so painful. Not to mention, I was like dying of dehydration, just because of the slow pace that I was going. Yeah, like the recovery of the half dome hike was insane. Like I was sore, which was to be expected, but I was so dehydrated that like my lips were chapped for like 4 days straight after that. And I put on like ointment, drank a lot of water. It was just strange. I was like, oh my god, it felt like I don't know, like I had barbed wire on my lips. Um, so that was something that happened. But I mean, honestly, I wouldn't. I don't regret it. I might do it further down the line, but at least I got to write that off my bucket list that I climbed Half Dome. But yeah, if I don't know if anyone who's watching would ever can like is also into hiking, but if you ever do find yourself like doing the Half Dome hike, I'd recommend like honestly a gallon and a half of water, maybe even 2 gallons of water. I was a thirsty bitch, and I would have cleared 2 gallons easy. You come across a lot of nice people. Like there was someone who refilled my gallon of water. They had like filtered water that they had like as they were camping, and then someone saw me struggling walking, so they gave me I think it was ibuprofen. Like they gave me a over the counter painkiller, which was awesome. And yeah, people were just like generally pretty nice because like there's a lot of descending stairs, and I was taking my sweet ass time, so they were like, hey, like take your time, like no rush, whatever. I'm like, oh, thank you, beautiful people. But um yeah, pretty proud of myself for that. And then I weighed myself this past Sunday, because I think I might have mentioned the bet that was going on in one of the episodes earlier. But yeah, that I actually won the bet. I lost 25 pounds. You know, the crazy thing was, so the bet ended on Sunday. Today's Monday, fucking June 30th, I think. Yeah, June 30th. The bet ended yesterday, and I weighed myself on Friday before because I knew I was going to eat terribly Friday night and Saturday night, and I was going to drink quite a bit. So I weighed myself, and I had lost 29 pounds, close to 30, and then I weighed myself again like the day of, so yesterday in the morning. I was like, oh, let me see the damage, dude. I gained fucking 6 pounds. I was like, no way. Like it just seemed like a glitch, or it. I don't know. I just felt so. It was like unbelievable. I was like, no way. I gained 6 pounds in 2 days. And the shitty thing was, like, I didn't even eat that much. Like I was still, like, I wasn't unhinged. I like ate, like a plate of pasta and like some chips on Saturday. And I thought like, oh man, like that was like the worst because Friday I didn't even. I ate In-N-Out, but it was like a protein style hamburger. No fries, no nothing, just protein style hamburger, which is lettuce, tomato, a beef patty, and like cheese. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, it might have just been the sheer amount of alcohol that I consumed. Um, but yeah, thankfully I still won. But that I don't know, that was just kind of amazing. I was like, nah, this seems rigged. So Sunday, I was still recovering from Saturday night because we did drink quite a bit, and there was some other things involved. Nothing too crazy. It's legal here in California, but I spent like 30 minutes in the sauna, and I felt like I was gonna die. Like I was lightheaded. I was like just losing. I don't want to say consciousness, but I was feeling out of it. I was like, oh my god! But I need to sweat. I need to lose some sort of weight somehow. So like, let me just sweat out the water weight. But yeah, I lost a few pounds. Now I'm gonna start lifting. but now I'm going to do it in tandem. I think I'm just going to do cardio and lifting. So hopefully that goes well. I'm gonna still try to. Well, I honestly will keep up the diet, like Monday through Friday, pretty clean eating, and still not like go overboard with like what I do eat. Still try to be mindful of like calories and things like that. But I won't feel as guilty if I drink, just because, hey man, life's short. I want to have fun. Sure, you could have fun sober, but I'm gonna have fun not sober too. Um, but yeah, that speaking of which, this Friday's the 4th of July. So my family doesn't really celebrate 4th of July. But I don't know. Like there's always something going on, so I'm sure I don't know, I'll visit somebody or something and try to live it up there. But yeah, that's kind of been it in terms of what I've been up to. Did the hike, did the diet, feeling good. And yeah, I've kind of even work. Like I feel like I'm getting a little bit more appreciation at work. I'm getting some responsibilities, and I feel more. I did a certification for safety. It was like a CPR and AED and first aid training. It was actually awesome. Like the class, sure, it was a little boring, but I felt like I was learning something, and I know how to do the Heimlich maneuver. So in case I ever catch somebody, choking, I'll be sure to call the police and not help at all because that's what I was trained to do. Nah, just kidding. But yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel a bit more equipped. And I think that was my big issue with work. I just don't feel like I know a lot. And that just, like, when you're not confident in something, it makes you that much more worried that, like, if an emergency happens, you're fucked. Like, people look to you and you don't really have the answers. So, yeah. So that's kind of been the update. Hopefully the the cleanup's been entertaining enough. I'm not too sure what that little fat guy on the screen you're seeing is doing, but he's picking stuff up. He's picking stuff up, and he's having a grand old time. I can't wait to get started again. I have my little sun hat from when I used to be a mailman. I have sunscreen ready by the ready. I'll probably try to do it in the mornings just because like it's summertime now, so it's getting really fucking hot. And I do not want to be turned into a burnt potato. So, yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. Next time we will talk about, all right, later.